In this quick Rhino tutorial, I want to model the 2000 Japan Expo Pavilion just made by Shigeru Ban. So you can see that this pavilion has a surface and there are pipes underneath that. So you can easily search it and find it in the Google image. And now I'm going to show you how easily you can model this in Rhino. I'm going to model a surface and model two set of pipes up and down each other, and then the surface itself. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to have a front view going to the arc. The center is 0, and I'm going to use shift to have this arc here. Okay. Next, because I'm going to use distances here, you can easily activate the cursor distance tooltip by going to the options, going to the modeling aids, and in the cursor tooltips you can just enable cursor tooltips and activate distance, so you can easily see how much distance you have or if you want to control it. Okay, to make that surface, I'm going to first of all array this arc. So I'm going to use array, and that will be array linear. So give this 7 sets of arc, and let's just give this distance. Okay, now we can just go and use the record history tool here. I'm going to use the record history and loft these curves together. So I'm going to loft, select every of these curves, and let's say okay. What I'm going to do is to scale these arcs so that the surface just models. So I'm going to give this line from the start to end, and let's just copy this to here and here. I'm going to use this line for the scale. So let's just scale this arc. Scale in the center of this. You have to have your oversnap activated, and let's go to the mid or center. Okay, so in the mid I'm going to scale this by 1.2 and scale this again here at the mid 1.2, and again this one, scale this at the center 1.2, and we're good to go. So you can see that I have just created that surface. We can delete those curves, and let's just scale this and rebuild the surface. I'm going to rebuild this to more UV point count, maybe 30 to 30, and you can see that the surface is okay. So now we want those pipes on the surface. So I'm going to first of all use the unroll surface UV tool, and what it does, it will just make your surface, your NURB surface, into a rectangular UV surface. So let's use the unroll surface UV, select the surface, and let's just hit enter. Okay, and here we have the UV surface of the main NURB surface. Okay, what I'm going to do, because if I use the contour tool and use a direction, maybe this direction, you can see that the results are not going to be good, because if we just use this in the 2 diameter direction, let's just see this, you can see that there are going to be many problems. The first is that this is not right. You can see that they are not reaching on the ground, and also at the end or the start of the surface there's a problem for the pipes. So instead I'm going to use the base UV surface and contour this on the ground and then move it on the surface. So I'm going to maybe have a 45 degree, let's just go to the line and angled, let's give this a 45 degree direction and use the contour tool, and in this direction I'm going to give this maybe a 5. Okay, and let's just change this to the layer 1. So just change object so we can control it later. Okay, I'm going to delete this, And now the next part is to make these set of lines mirrored on another direction. So I'm going to use this lines mirror and mirror this at the center. Okay, I'm going to find the mid and use the shift to ortho the direction, and let's just change this to the layer 2 so we can control it later. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this surface. You can see that the curves have problems. Here you can see that they have not reached each other. The end of this has problems at intersections, and so I'm going to use all the curves and go to the trim, and let's just trim this so we will have nice results. Okay, you can zoom in, and let's just zoom in and delete this. Okay, so I guess I have to zoom more on this though, because you can see that there's a problem here. Okay, I'm going to delete these. Let's just zoom in. Okay, I guess that it just trims at the zoom window, so you can just trim this out. Okay, and the next part is to simply go, this part is okay, checking this out. Okay, and let's delete this part. I'm going to just maybe zoom in. Okay, guess that I have to zoom here and go down to this part. Okay, just try to trim this, because if you just trim all the sections there will be problems. So I'm going to just trim this, maybe this part. Okay, and the last one will be here, so that's okay. So you can see that we have complete curves on this, and now we can easily select them, have a bounding box, and let's just have a bounding box and give this a surface, a rectangular surface here to there, and we can delete that curve around that. Okay, so now we have a surface, so we can put these lines into the main surface. And I'm going to use this layer 1 select object tool and use the flow along surface to put these lines from the base surface into the target surface. So let's just use the flow along the surface and give this the base surface. Okay, I use this corner into this corner, and here we go. You can see that those lines on it. Okay, let's just select them by just delete and changing this by control and selecting this. I have all the pipes. Okay, let's just use a pipe tool and give this a radius of 0.1. Based on your model you can change this. Okay, I guess we need more. You can also go to the select and use the previous selection. So you can just easily have the previous selection, have the pipe. Guess we need a bigger pipe, 0.5. Okay, so we can again go to selection, go to the select last created object. You can always select the last created object with this tool and change this to the layer 3. And you can see if I go to the rendered, you have this material on it, and you can see that the pipes are on the surface. Okay, so the next step is to put the next set of curves or lines on the surface. So I'm going to offset this surface. Offset surface, the direction will be flip all in the next direction. Okay, and the distance is going to be 2 times of the radius, so it's going to be 1 perhaps. Okay, and remember we don't need a solid, so solid is no, and here we go. Okay, we can delete this, and now we're going to choose the next layer and flow these ones. Okay, from this corner, remember the corner you just used, and to this corner, and here we are. We can just hide this and select layer 2. We don't need these lines, so I'm just using a control window. Okay, now we need another pipe. That's a 0.5, and you can see that just sits on it. So now we can select these. Again, last created object to the layer 4. And here we go. So you can see how easily you can make the grid of pipes on the top of each other. And now I'm going to just have the surface on, and again offset surface, flip it, and give this maybe distance from 0.6 a little bit. Okay, flip this outside, and here we go. So you can see how easily you can just produce the surface, the pipes, and now we can just change this to the layer 5. I have just used the material section just to change the color. So I gave this basic blue color. I gave this a transparency so you can see inside of this. And then I just changed the colors of the layer 4. Okay, let's just give this another color. Maybe we give this a blue or something. We give this a glossiness, reflectivity, and that's it. Okay, so you can see that how easily you can use the flow longer surface to just produce those pipes on the ground and then put them on the main surface by flow along the surface tool and have the results. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or any suggestions for the Rhino tutorial section, because I'm just starting to record some videos in the Rhino sections, which may be related to the parametric design section, because I'm going to try to give techniques which are focused on the parametric design. So feel free to give your suggestions or comments, and thank you for subscribing, and see you later.